You've probably seen quite a few videos we've done doing reviews on cars, commercial vehicles. We've put offers out there. What we haven't really done is actually chat more about our fleet side of the business. So we do plenty of personal vehicles. We finance used vehicles. We do a lot of business contract hire vehicles, but that also incorporates larger fleets. So if you have a fleet of vans or a fleet of cars or a fleet with both cars and vans, this is something we are actively doing. We have many customers on there that do have sizable fleets. But what we want to tell you is a bit more about the services we can offer you and how we can help you to run your fleet and also obtain your fleet at a more competitive price, which is what everyone's after these days. So we are CARMERCIAL Leasing. That means we do cars and commercials. We can do it on a purchase or a lease. So we have businesses there that do both of these. With some companies will just lease all of their fleet, cars and commercials. We have others that will purchase them, and we have some that will do a mix. So we can do these business contract hires. We can do HPs, PCPs with various different purchase finance agreements we can do for cars and vans. Also, for any employees in the business who want a personal contract hire, we can look at that as well. We also offer asset finance. So if you are a business that has larger vehicles like lorries or diggers, dumpers, if you're roadworks, anything like that, we can finance it. Also, if you have catering equipment or any kind of machinery that you want to fund through the business, we can also have a look there. So we've basically got your fleet covered and any asset finance requirements. So we can fund, there's a whole wide range of assets really, and if you're familiar with asset finance, you'll probably know if there's funding we can maybe help you with. Another thing we can help is employee benefits with a salary sacrifice scheme. So we can implement a fully inclusive salary sacrifice scheme for your employees. This is a great benefit for a company to offer. It's cost neutral, doesn't cost you anything, but it will save your employees on their tax and national insurance, and it'll get them a nice new car. This will help you retain and attract new talent. And the scheme is brilliant. It really covers everything. The main point is the leaver and redundancy insurance that's built in. So if you have a car for one of your employees on the scheme, and if they leave or are made redundant, the car can be handed back. So there's no risk to you that you'll be lumbered with a car you don't need. Used vehicle finance. You may have some vans there, say you're a construction company, some of the vans maybe get bashed about and you just want to buy in some used vehicles, used vans, we can fund those as well. So we have different finance options, well for both cars and commercials. It's really just another string to our bow. So whether you want your new vehicles on lease or purchase, or you just want to purchase older used vehicles, that all comes under our used vehicle finance. End user terms. If you have a big enough fleet, you will probably be already familiar with this. If you're not, and you don't have end user terms, and you have a large fleet, your current leasing company or vehicle provider, to be honest, isn't looking after you right. You should have end user terms in place. So what we will do is we will approach the manufacturer. So we'll say, for talk's sake, you use Ford vans, Ford Transit Customs. You have a fleet of 50 vehicles. We will go to Ford, introduce your company to them, say, look, there's a fleet of 50, can we get indicative terms, basically bigger discounts for your vans and cars. That will then be put into our finance systems, and we will be able to quote the vehicles at a lower rate for you. So if you have anywhere, I suppose, depending on the funder, some of them will be 20 vehicles and upwards. However, if you need, say, 5 or 10 vehicles, there's always a conversation we can have and negotiate with the funder to try and get you better discounts. get you better rates and better rentals or payments on the vehicle. So this is something we do for you. Also, if you already have end user terms in place with a current provider, but you want to change to a new leasing company, we can use these same end user terms. That doesn't all need set up. Those are your end user terms, not your current leasing company. These belong to you, and that can be transferred over. That's no issue at all. We have two different ways we can fund vehicles: brokered offers or our own paper funding. So what that means, if you have a larger fleet, the own paper funding, we have a large funder there where there's more flexibility. So if you have a fleet of vans, to be honest, this will probably be one of the most competitive ways to do it anyway, but the flexibility is key here. You will have your own maintenance helpline, basically. You can phone in. Your whole account is managed by one call centre, one team. End of lease, everything is all handled in-house. If you've issues, I can pick up the phone and speak to the one person I need to. Everything is very accessible, and if there were any issues with vehicles going back at the end, there's always someone to talk to. This as well with excess mileage charges, pooled mileage, there's just a lot more flexibility with running a larger fleet. We can sort of tailor the package to you. However, brokered offers. So all these offers you see online or in different places advertised look very attractive on the face of it. And don't get me wrong, we do lots of these and they're very good value. So you can get yourself into a very tasty car for not a lot of money, or we have van offers as well. So we can sometimes get the brokered offers cheaper than this. It really depends though. Quite often this still is the cheapest, but when there's an offer there, it's usually a limited stock offer with big discounts. We have some fleet customers where we will do brokered offers and own paper funding. Sometimes the brokered offers will be kept for higher level staff and the vans, and maybe lower level staff employees will be on this as well. This is a bit easier. The vehicles need to go back and things early. There's, as I say, the flexibility works here. My point in saying this is there's a couple of different options, and really it's what we can do is have a chat with you and find what's going to fit best for you and your business. But we cover all angles when it comes to actually funding the vehicles. Also, if we find a lot of our NI customers do need vehicles in the south of Ireland. Now, with the south being a completely different financial system and technically a different country, it's not as easy. We can't do NI UK based offers in the south. We do have a way of doing vehicles in the south, and we do quite a few. So quite often for maybe some of our Belfast customers need vans or cars in the south, and we can organise that for them. So that's all done through us. We're still their point of contact, and it's easy enough, straightforward process for us to do. For our GB customers, to be honest, with very few GB customers would have vehicles in the south of Ireland, but it's the same process. It's no issue at all. If you do need that, we can sort that out for you. Most lease companies won't do this, and it's not an option. You would really need to go to the south and find someone, which you have a different point of contact. It's not just a streamline, but we can do that all under the one roof. If all of this sounds of interest, if you have a fleet, you're probably familiar with the way leasing companies work, how the processes work. You're maybe stuck in a rut with them, you've been with them a long time, you're not sure if you're getting a good deal, you're maybe not happy with service levels. If you want someone to come in and breathe a bit of life into your fleet, we can do a fleet review. We can either pop out and see you, we can do it over Teams or Zoom. We'll have a look at what you have, what way it's funded, how your employees do their own vehicles. Is it worth looking at a salary sacrifice scheme? Do you have assets that need funded as well? Do you mix in used vehicles? Do the offers as well as the own paper funding interest you? If all of these are parts of your business, but you haven't got it all tied in under one roof with a vehicle provider, leasing company, maybe it's the time to streamline all of that. So we can conduct a fleet review on how your fleet is being run, operated, sourced, funded at the moment. We can put through some suggestions of what way we feel it should be done, or ideas on how you can improve. And look, if it all sounds good, we'd love to work with you. We want your fleet. So if you need any more information, please get in touch.